And then you're here with BDJ from the demo tape.
Hey, actually, breaking news. Y'all seeing this for the first time ever. And you already privy to this because you were a part of like
the demo tape, yeah.
But we're actually rebranding right now, so we're in the process of finding a new name, a new logo, all that good things. Because you know, I'm at a place where I've come to realize that everything in your life that's good doesn't last forever. You feel me? So the demo tape was a great run. I helped co-founder along with Justice. Shout out to Justice. Not going, you feel me? Not going to talk down on you. Not going to slander you. But yeah, we in a new place. And we got the peanut gallery in the background. You feel me? Took my train of thought off the camera, but yeah. But yeah, BDJ of the soon-to-be announced project coming soon. You might know me from my time with the demo tape. You might know me from hosting the Work Is Hell podcast. Drops every Monday at 11, along with 2 other shows. We have a whole fucking podcast network. If you're not paying attention, you might know me from my work with the Black Youth Institute, trying to bring a grocery store to South Baltimore, trying to promote black land and food sovereignty. You might not know me at all. You might know me from ITRS, which I host with my dog ZoeyStarz. That drops every Sunday at 7 p.m. Like you might know me, you might not know me, but we here, so come get to know me.
He just had a fire-ass interview, you feel me? Ducky Dynamo and Black Star, yeah, I mean, go team. I was up at like 4 a.m. watching that motherfucker.
I love that interview. That interview is fire. I think Ducky is,
she's so dope.
She is. I think she's extremely talented.
It was 2 times I feel like in the last couple of years my life started to change. One, when I stopped like fucking with just any bitch like that was just walking around, you feel me? I know like use the word bitch. When I stopped fucking with like multiple bitches and just really like locked in, and so like I'm gonna be in a committed relationship, I'm gonna put my all into this, I'm gonna try to lock in on this and be the best man I can be. And like all that attention I was giving to other outside pursuits really, it gave me time to just focus on my craft and focus on my grind instead of trying to look like the man or be the man. I kind of became the man. So that, and when I got that motherfucking planning, because when I got that planning, it was like, okay, I gotta do X, Y, and Z. I gotta meet with Zoe today at 3 o'clock, but that shit is on there, because my memory is bad. That's why me and Taji work so well together, because Taji remembers everything, and I don't remember shit.
I said Virgos, y'all mad organized, y'all are tidy as hell. Y'all are critical. Y'all can be kind of critical.
Yo, you really described me to a T. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Y'all kind of slow.
Yep.
Like, y'all like to take y'all time. Y'all like kind of like militant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, militant.
But like not in a bad way. It's like but militant, like because you need order, like you need structure. And then Aquarius, the reason why. No, Aquarius, y'all are all my best friends have been Aquarius. I'm a Scorpio. All my best friends have been Aquarius. I've fucked with Aquarius because y'all think outside the box.
I'm gonna see me cry on ZoeyStarz TV.
For real.
Oh, shit.
For real.
It's like when Jim Jones was on Funk Flex. He started crying, talking about Cam. That's what BD about to do.
Real shit. That's why y'all work well together, because you like, don't get me wrong, you have creative ideas too, but the Aquarius, he's like
outside the box.
Yeah, outside the box. Like he's like light years ahead for real.
Yeah, I be on some shit.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I say all that to say I be on some shit.
But it's smart. It's like it's calculated madness, y'all. Don't like think that he's like, it's calculated madness.
See, Mom, I told you my room wasn't dirty. It was just organized differently.
How does your parents feel about your successes? All your different business ventures?
Honestly, it's really hard for them to like understand a lot of the shit I do because it's not in one central place. Like one of my big things right now, I want to get my website done by the end of the year because my dad's always like, where can I find what you do? Where can I find what you do? And it's like, oh, here's an Instagram link here, a Twitter link here, a website here, a YouTube link here. And he's on a fucking Android, you know what I mean? So it's hard, but they respect it. It's honestly like, I don't know, the reason I feel like I can carry myself the way I do is because the people I respect the most in the world, they fuck with me, you know what I mean? Like my dad will be like, son, like I'm proud of you. I respect you, like I'm so proud of the man you become. My mom be like, I'm proud of you, like you doing X, Y, Z, inspiring me to do X, Y, Z. Like even little shit, like I still live with my peoples, but me, like I reorganized my room because I was like, this might be the last time I get to get my room looking differently before I move out. So let me reorganize it, put time into it. I got a little carpet, got some posters, some shit like that. And my mom was like, yo, you doing that, you said you was going to do X, Y, Z to your room, and you did it. That inspired me to take this old room and turn it into a home office. So even little shit like that, to where it's like it's just a home office and a bedroom that I probably should have been moved out of, but it's a source of inspiration. So I know they're proud of me. I know that they appreciate it. It was cool. I know it was cool for them to see like me in the Baltimore Sun, or for me to come home and be like, yeah, I did X, Y, and Z today. But I'm also really bad at talking about myself too. So I don't know if they really understand the extent to what I've done or what I've created. Because I never want to be the guy like I did X, Y, Z, blah blah, woody woo. I'm this, I'm that, blah blah. I'm just always like, how was your day today? It was busy, but it was cool.
So once you get your website up and running, that's gonna be like your hub center for where all your stuff goes.
So I could be like, all right, boom, Working Title Podcast. Here's a link to that. Inside the Rapper Studio, which is also a property of the Working Title Podcast for this season, but that's here. Here's writing I've done. Here's a collaboration I did. Maybe I will do a clothing line collaboration, or maybe I'll come out with a fucking rug, or maybe I'll come out with a fucking candle. Like it's like all this shit will just be here.
Aquarius shit, y'all.
This could be your bag, right? As the interviewer, you just come up to motherfuckers and be like, all right, this is your placement. This is your rising. This is your house.
Yeah, I was gonna put Astro. I was gonna do that too.
And then be like, I seen that you did X, Y, and Z. I feel like that might fit into your Gemini. Like that could be your bag, because I don't think it's any like interviewers that are really looking at astrology, and I'm always trying to look at where is there a lane that there's nothing that exists type shit. And there's nobody I don't really think interviewing motherfuckers like a motherfucker asking a little baby like, oh little baby, what's your sign? Alright.
Then he probably like, what the fuck? If I say some shit, he like, what the fuck?
But then when you really read that nigga, you be like, yeah, I was listening to Emotionally Scarred, and I actually picked up on you saying this, and it kind of corresponds to what your placement is. He'd be like, oh shit. Cause that's how a lot of motherfuckers be. Be like, yo, I don't fuck with that astrology, but you saying some real ass shit that kind of relates to my life. So, hey, that might be your bag. Maybe we went in 2021 when we launched this project that we working on, and you know I'm looking for talented people like yourself, like my guy, he back at it if he's interested. I'm looking for talented people all around. I want to really do something big. Like again, I know I spoke briefly about the demo tape and it kind of dissolved on the demo tape, but I really want to create a platform where writers, creators, creatives, like everybody can be spotlighted, everybody can have a voice, and it's like just easy, just simple, just streamlined. Like, boom, you hit me, I want to do X, Y, and Z. We come up with a plan how to do X, Y, and Z, and we get that shit out. Because I feel like that's the way shit gotta go. It don't gotta be a lot of like red tape or X, Y, Z, or I'm red marking your shit here, or I'm correcting your shit here. Like, you feel me? It could be more of a collaborative process to where we really can build some shit. So I'm excited for the next year, man.
How's your day been so far?
Shit. The day I woke up, I've been watching a lot of Mafia shit lately. I'm real big on Mafia shit.
Me too.
Like, I just love how they got a code of honor, a code of ethics, and it's like a lot of their shit fell. They took a lot of losses, but they also built a lot of shit. So I was watching a documentary this morning about Bugsy Siegel. Yeah, he was like a Mafia hitman, and he used to do X, Y, and Z, but he was real consumed in himself, real wrapped up in himself, real, I'm that nigga, I'm the man, I got the baddest joint, I'm about to throw money here, throw money there. And the Mafia got him assassinated because he basically told, who was it, like Luciano at the time, who was like running all the Mafia shit, just period. He was like, basically he told him something about Nick, more or less. He's like, you owe me some money, you skimming off the budget, we sent you to Las Vegas to do X, Y, and Z, to build Las Vegas.
Right.
But then at the end, right, after he got killed, got banged on for being a dickhead, blah, blah, they was like, yeah, he owned 800 acres of land, like down the street from where he built his first hotel at, and that 800 acres of land ended up being the Las Vegas Strip. You know what I mean? So it's like if he would have seen that through, he would have been a multi-billionaire.
Damn.
So it's like you let chasing pussy, you let trying to be the biggest motherfucker on the block, you let running around, I'm Bugsy Siegel, I'm this, I'm that, I'm big homie, blah, blah, blah. You let all that interrupt what could have been generational wealth for you and your peoples, you know what I mean? And I'm not mad at the Mafia people, because they like, first of all, you an outsider, you not family, we gave you this.
Right.
So we brought you in and we gave you this, and then you squandered it. We gotta get you out of here, because now you talking down on us. You saying fuck us. So I'm real big on that. I'm real big on respect. I'm real big on just trying to learn from Mafia, trying to learn from, and you're not familiar with Maroon cultures. Maroon cultures are cultures that are like, so we talk about like runaway slaves and things like that, but the cultures that people that ran away from these colonial societies that they built. I'm real big on trying to learn game about that, and that goes back to Black Yield and Big Bro Eric.
Yeah, I was about to tie it into your other ventures with farm. I guess You trying to gain more sustainability. What do you want to do with Black Yield? Black Yield? Excuse me, Black Yield.
And we just try to run it. Like the thing about me is, I'm one of the rare people in this industry, this business, this whatever you want to call it, that I love my 9 to 5 just as much as I love what I do when I'm not at work. You know
That's good.
I love what I do. I get to do communications. I get to run social media. I get to come out with a newsletter every month. I'm with developing a podcast called The Black Yield, which y'all can check out in January. I just get to do all these different things, and it's just like, it's not about what my goal is, because the bigger goal is always going to be like Black people being able to decide shit for themselves, Black people being able to sustain their own communities, govern their own communities without money, without race, without these outside influences coming in and dictating what you want. That's not just a Baltimore thing, that's not just a Cherry Hill thing, that's not just a hood thing, that's a global thing. So my goal is just to use my talents to parlay that message. That might be making a flyer, that might be adding a video, that might be doing graphic work, that might be taking pictures at a pop-up market in Cherry Hill where we're selling, fresh produce from our garden, the Cherry Hill Urban Community Garden. So it's just dope because all that shit that I learned there still feeds into what I do here. I might edit a video for Black Yield and then turn around and edit a video for the Working Title. Or I might edit a video for the Working Title and turn around and edit a video for the Black Yield. But it's like wherever I fucked up at on the previous one, I'm learning the game and I'm getting the reps into where it just gets better every time. So it's dope. It's just dope. I get to do what I love, and I get to be with people I love and do shit I care about. So life is good. That's why you don't really hear me complaining.
And hearing this man say he loves his 9 to 5 and he's able to be a creative, a lot of people don't get to do that. So
but that comes from me hating my job. You feel me? Like that comes from me working at, like, me graduating school, feeling like I'm supposed to be the nigga, feeling like I let everybody down because I got a college degree and I'm working at Target for a year and a half, 2 years. You feel me? Like I'm back home. I go from college to being back home. People I went to elementary school, middle school with, and we got the same job, making the same money. So it's like, I feel like I'm not supposed to be. I feel like I'm letting niggas down. They put all this bread, all this time, all this energy, all these hopes, all these dreams into me, and I'm not really paying it off. I'm just going to Target, working, going to Green Turtle afterwards, or Bill Bateman's afterwards. Shout out to the Batemans, if you know, a county staple. But I up at the Bill Bateman's getting 2-for-1 drinks, getting drunk, and then driving back home. But I was like, I don't want to do that. And then I worked at the airport. I used to put bags on planes, and I had to push the planes out, and I used to have to do all this shit. And I'm like, yo, this isn't where I'm supposed to be at. You know what I mean? So when you really walk in that 9 to 5 of I want my 9 to 5 to be something that aligns with me and what I want to do and who I want to be, then shit starts to kind of unfold differently. Because you keeping that same energy when you're at work versus when you're playing.
Yep. Hey man, what's your name?
Oh, Sway, my fault.
Oh hey Slay, it's okay.
Sway, aka Season of Sway.
Season of Slay on Twitter.
We on ZoeyStarz TV, bro. You want to say something?
Oh wait.
Like a little boy thing right now.
That's the Howard County Grim Reaper, aka the Governor of Howard County, aka Season of Sway, aka I told him to make a fucking show on Clubhouse so he could talk shit to y'all dumbass niggas, but he didn't listen, and then started a chat called Fuck Clubhouse. I'm trying to tell you, bro, we gotta get ahead of the curve. We can't just slander the curve, but nah, bro. So I just talked a lot about Sway during the interview, and I want to big on Sway too, because we just keep genuine motherfuckers around us. He wasn't here when I was talking about the mafia shit, but when you talk about the mafia, you need a motherfucker that's gonna be a hitter. You need a motherfucker that's
the enforcer.
Exactly. You need a motherfucker that's gonna be like, all right, bet who need to get done and when. Not to say anything any kind of way, but just that's how Sway carries shit. That's how Sway handles business. Sway is bet what need to happen and how we need to rock out for it to happen. In a business sense, in a personal sense, and that's my guy, bro. Hey man, this a family affair. That's why the Working Title is what it is.
Mary J. Blige would be proud.
I didn't do this during your shit. Not did. But yeah, it's real. I'm real big with I don't know, the place where I find the most success, whether it be Black Yield, whether it be the Working Title, maybe it be back in the day with the demo tape. It's a family environment. It's everybody is on the same team. Everybody's trying to work towards the same goal. I know no matter what I do. And I honestly, this is breaking news. I was hesitant to bring ITRS. I was hesitant to make that a Working Title property because I didn't want it to look like alright, BD is hosting the show and then he's doing politics with Taji and then he's doing a Black Men Spotlight here and there and then he's bringing a whole nother show. Like, I didn't want it to look like the BDJ Network. I didn't want it to be like ESPN with Stephen A. Smith, but Taji assured me, like, no, bro, you put that work in, you deserve whatever you get. And it's like, from talking to different people in our organization and the working title, it's like nobody looks at it like you're trying to be the man, you're trying to be the big homie. You look at it like you running it up.
I think it's a collab.
Let me match it.
Well, I look at it like it's a collaborative effort. Cause I just feel like it's the strength in numbers. So you know you link up with like-minded people and then you know.
I always have been like big on trying to do my part, but I can never gauge like am I not doing enough or am I doing too much. So I'll ask niggas. I ask a nigga like, bro, am I doing? Is there more you need from me? Is there anything I need to help out with? Is there anything I should be doing that I'm not helping out with? And I also ask niggas like, no, I don't really ask niggas if I feel like I'm doing too much. I just kind of fall back if I feel like I'm doing too much because I never want shit to be about me. And that's something about me. Like, you said speak up?
Oh, no, I'm not saying.
Thanks, bro. I never want shit to feel like it's about me. Like, I carry myself a certain way. I work hard. I know my work speaks for itself. I know my work stands on its own, but I never want it to be, this is the BDJ type thing. This is all his shit, blah, blah. But I also know that we in 2020, you know what I mean? You gotta have some kind of presence. You gotta have some kind of energy. You gotta have some kind of shit that makes people want to fuck with you as an individual. And I know that anybody that fucks me as an individual, I know the kind of guy I am. If you coming to me, you're gonna see Black You. You're gonna see the working time. You're gonna see all the shit that we have to come. So it's just that balance. It's real hard for me though.
So when did you start? When did the demo tape start?
2016, I think.
Okay, 2016.
Might have been 2015 actually. It was 2015.
2015.
Yeah, it was 2015.
And it was you and
it was me. It was actually me, Justice, and my guy Cruddy Dre. Shout out to Dre. It was actually us three at the start, cause Justice had hit me like, cause alright. Not a lot of people know this too, but I had a blog when I was in high school. It was called Boy Meets Blog. I named it after Boy Meets World because I always felt like Corey Matthews was like the most relatable motherfucker because he was just like very regular. You feel me? He had regular problems. He wasn't the coolest guy. He wasn't the high school quarterback he wasn't none of that. So I had a blog called Boy Meets Blog, but I didn't keep up with it. So Justice hit me when we was in high school, when we was in college. It was our sophomore year of college. Excuse me, the Taylor Force started taking over. I know when it was. We were in college. It was our sophomore year. They was like, bro, my teacher said I should start a blog. And he at the time was a journalism major. At the time, I picked the wrong major in college. I was a communications major because I thought communication was going to teach me like how to do things like this, how to have a video show, how to do an audio show, a radio show. I wanted to be a radio show host. I wanted to be a morning show host. I went to University of Maryland, went and give me a show. They kept rejecting my shows. I went to all the open houses, like I'm trying to start a show. And like, yeah, it sounds good. I'm like, I got this website called the demo tape. I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z, and they just kept rejecting my shit. So he hit me like, hey, bro, let's rock out. You know what I mean? Let's just start a blog. We could do with it whatever we want to do with it. But it was an outlet for me because I always had loved writing. But I also loved writing. I gained a love for writing at a time when I wasn't the speaker that I am now. You know what I mean? I didn't have the confidence. I didn't have the swag. I wasn't who I am now. So I think that
that's grown man shit to say.
Real shit, man, because I feel like I loved writing when it was easier for me to convey my thoughts through writing, but I feel like the more I did this shit and the more I was in real life scenarios where I had to talk to somebody man to man and be like, yo, I got the demotape.com, come check us out, I would love to interview you, woo-de-woo, whatever it may be, whatever your pitch is, that built that skill set up for me, along with working jobs I hate, like working at Target, gotta make sure everybody okay, gotta make sure everything good, along with working at PF Chang's where I gotta be a server, so you're literally talking to 4 different groups of people, trying to make sure. All my only goal was I want to make sure y'all have a good dinner because y'all could have went anywhere, and y'all could have, you feel me, did anything, but you chose to sit here.
But you're here with me.
Right.
You chose to sit here at my table, so let me make sure you have a good dinner because I know how I like to feel when I have a night out. So little shit like that kind of forced me out of that. I don't have to write to say what I want to say. I can just say that shit the way I want to say it. So, yeah, it just was a constant evolution. But that's how it started. It started in the dorm room. It started as I can't get no internship. I picked the wrong major. I love to write. I want to learn all this game, but there's nobody teaching me the game. So let me just do the shit myself. bro, you know the shit. You taking classes. Let me know what they saying in your class. Funnel that back to me, cause you feel me. So that's how that started.
You gained your communication skills with like working customer service, working hospitality, stuff like that. And
working jobs I hated.
Yeah, working jobs you hated, and then you like, damn, I don't want to be here. Like it makes you uncomfortable. I don't want to be here. Like, what do I like to do? You love music. I love music. I love to write. So let me go ahead and do that. And y'all made it into this big thing. And
it's also some shit where, to be completely honest with you, I didn't always look at myself the way I look at myself now. You feel me? Like I got a fucking scar on my face. Like I could have I let other people's perceptions of me when I was coming up. I let that dictate how I seen myself. So I would shrink to fit into a room if I felt like I needed to shrink. I would, you feel me? Like overinflate myself, overinflate. Like I remember in elementary school, it'd be shit like, or middle school, my mentality was like, I'm gonna make fun of them motherfuckers before they make fun of me. Before you can say anything about me, and my non-braces having gap, crooked teeth, and my crooked nose, and my scar on my lip, I'm like, no, I'm gonna get your ass. And I became real good at packing and real good at talking shit, but and then I grew up and I was like, nah, you can put that energy, all that energy you putting into trying to make sure you the funniest nigga trying to keep heat off your back, you can put that into, I'm gonna just be a good nigga. And another thing I learned too, and experiencing that, and I'm grateful to go through that, cause like, I would say shit like, damn, like niggas, like blah, I got X, Y, and Z wrong with me, but everybody has X, Y, and Z. Everybody has an X, Y, and Z. You can look at the most beautiful like girl and talk to her for 10 minutes, she'd be like, well, yeah, you know, I feel like my feet are a little big, or like, you know, like my cuticles don't really. It's like, what the fuck? So when I realized everybody had something that they're insecure about, everybody got something they don't fuck with, I'm like, whoa, I'd rather be the motherfucker that's trying to make you feel good about yourself than the motherfucker that's like making you feel worse about the shit. Cause I already feel bad about my shit, so I don't want you feeling bad about your shit, cause all this shit sucks. So that's just how I try to carry shit to this day. So I'm grateful for that.
What is your biggest milestone you feel so far in your career?
Man, I think, honestly, it might sound corny, but I think that my biggest milestone is that throughout everything I've done, all the places I've been, all the people I've met, everybody I talked to, I'm still me. A lot of motherfuckers lose themselves. A lot of motherfuckers get caught up in the idea of them, the idea of like I could be on some shit like, oh, I'm BDJ. Like, nigga, if you want to talk to me, you got to email me. You know what I mean? I'm not responding to your DM, I'm not responding to your text, I'm not doing X, Y, and Z, but like, I'm really the same nigga that, I don't know, I feel like my friend from first grade, actually Tony know me since elementary school type shit, but I feel like I'm the same person. Because a lot of people lose themselves to get clout or to get further or to do whatever it may be. A lot of people lose themselves in that. But I feel like anybody that met me, whenever you met me to the point today, what is it, it's December 3rd, 2020, when we're recording this, I feel like you can't really say that I changed a lot. You can say I got better. You can say I elevated. You can say I see shit differently. I try to approach things rationally. I always try to get better. If I ever change, I always try to change for the better. I don't never try to be on no bullshit. But I feel like my biggest accomplishment is that I can sit down with my uncle, or sit down with my aunt, or sit down with my mom, or sit down with my dad, or sit down with whoever the fuck it may be, and I'm still the same me I was the day that they met me. And that's a blessing for me.
That is.
So that's my biggest accomplishment.
That's bomb.
But you feel me? I'm not ready to sell out or switch my shit up for another motherfucker.
And that's what we need. We need more real niggas in media, in the world, period.
And that's why I love this right here.